Hello friends, welcome to another practice question on polynomials. This is the 23rd question in the series. I will strongly urge you to go back and watch the previous 22 as well. The link to the entire playlist is down there in the description for your reference. Now remember, this question says, this is a NCERT question by the way. Let's start solving this one. This question says, on dividing the polynomial f of x by a polynomial g of x, the quotient q of x and the remainder r of x, where q of x is x minus 2 and r of x is minus 2x plus 4 respectively, find the polynomial g of x. Okay, so let me first write down what we know. We know that dividend, okay, dividend is equal to dividend is equal to divisor multiplied by quotient plus remainder. We know this. If I apply this rule here, what it says is you are dividing the polynomial f of x and you are dividing the polynomial f of x by g of x, okay, and the quotient is q of x and the remainder is r of x. Okay, now q of x is given, r of x is given, f of x is given, g of x is what we have to find. Okay, g of x is what we have to find. Now the question becomes very simple now, because what is g of x? G of x will be equal to f of x minus r of x. This r of x comes this side, so f of x minus r of x, and this whole thing will be divided by q of x, and that should be our answer. Okay, so to find g of x, f of x is given as x cube. Let me start writing. X cube minus 3x square is given as x cube minus 3x square plus x plus 2 minus of r of x. So this will be minus of minus 2x plus 4. Okay, and this I have to divide with x minus 2, and this I have to divide with x minus 2. Okay, now this is the question that we have to solve. So what will be g of x? G of x will be x cube minus 3x square, this x and plus 2x, this will become plus 3x, and this 2 minus 4 will become minus 2. So this term, which is a polynomial, divided by this term, which is another polynomial. Okay, so the solution, which is g of x, is nothing but a simple long division of these two terms. Now let's find our g of x. It will be x minus 2 is dividing this whole term, which is x cube minus of 3x square plus 3x minus of 2. Okay, what do we get here? We get an x square, so here it becomes x cube minus 2x cube, x cube minus 2x square. I'm sorry, this will give you, this whole thing will become 0, and this will become minus of x square plus 3x minus 2. Now I'll do a minus of x. Okay, multiply this by minus of x, so this becomes minus of x square minus of, sorry, this will be plus of 2x, and what remains is this becomes 0, and this becomes x minus 2. Now if I do a plus 1, what it becomes is x minus 2. What I'm left with is 0 here. Okay, so the final answer is actually g of x, which is this. Okay, this term, which is the answer of this division. So g of x is equal to x square minus x plus 1, and this is the answer, which is g of x is equal to x square minus x plus 1. Okay, this is the final answer that we were looking for. I hope you found the solution useful. Do like, share, comment, and subscribe. In case you want me to solve any other questions for you, do put down your queries at the WhatsApp number mentioned in the description. Till then, keep working hard, keep practicing hard. Cheers, and God bless.